A year since 1932, the Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Martin now throwing on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10. And it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Striker, green, yellow, trail green, black ultra. Ready.
Off play action. Martin. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Packers! Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Throwing to start the drive. Strong. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The two teams barely off the buses. And already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an touchdown! Garrett Wilson with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Strong. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
They'll run on first down. Hampton. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams that just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hampton. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Strong. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Lions are back within a score. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Watch out now, 50, old blue.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Martin on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Packers at 9-7 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Fight, 97.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. Odom. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Now Martin on 1st and 10. He's got Turner. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end.
Here we go.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Drill 52. Snap. Red. White. White. Snap.
Looking to throw. Martin. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aaron Donald busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Green Jack. Yellow.
In motion left is Wilson. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here we go on 4th down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to throw. Martin. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Down to about the 22 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, really limited to on 3rd down, you're a little off balance.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Martin. And it's a Packers touchdown. Cole Turner. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if you bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage, because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run, because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back, usually quarterback.
Against him.
A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration, because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the double.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Slot man moves right. To throw is Martin. To throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now,
trying to drop it in there, but it's intercepted.
Picked by Jeff Okudah. So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick six. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's got it. And he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
They'll go with the keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. It's a quarterback sneak, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
You don't often see a sneak on second down. Usually that's reserved for a third or fourth down call. But the element of surprise was not with them, and they returned back on that attempt.
On third down, Hampton. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will cut the lead down to 13.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Martin throwing on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Strong. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Throwing on first down. Strong. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me 4? That's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This pass complete to Melton. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
On first down, it's Hampton at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. Strong loses it on the hit, and the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the Packer offense coming on. They'll be asked to go for 2.
And cycle.
Martin now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
He's at the 50. 30.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Strong. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tucker Roll, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. The throw over the middle, taken in. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 30. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll look to throw again. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Strong. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And that is no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Martin on 1st down. Caught by Turner. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
Touchdown, Packers!
Garrett Wilson,
32 yards.
and the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hampton. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Now Martin on 1st and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
From the gun on 3rd down. Martin taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Deebo Samuel, 74 yards. And the Packers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Rashawn Gary able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Strong.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And my goodness, another interception. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Turner's got it on the crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To throw on second down, Martin looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays, really hurts the team on defense.
Looking to throw. Martin. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Kenneth Murray from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. To throw is Martin. Looking to throw on second down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Back to throw. Martin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Lions are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their... He's got a man, complete! And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Badgley on for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. In motion right is Wilson. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Here's Martin throwing on 3rd and long.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team just playing at an elite level.